Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Breeze. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hurry up, let's go! Snickers! Snickers! Back.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down. For a sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The second-year man, Smith-Schuster, coming off a terrific season, 111 catches, over 1,400 yards, and 7 scores as well.
And he could very well slide into the #1 receiver role depending on how events transpire in this offseason. But even if that doesn't happen, already has universal respect within his own locker room, was named this year's team MVP for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On third down, Roethlisberger being chased out left. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Well, as the dust settles for the New Orleans Saints on this season, yes, a lot of disappointment for the second year in a row. But, you know, 13-3, #1 seed for the first time since 2009. Now, they did suffer the first home playoff loss under Breeze and Peyton after 6 wins, but a lot to be proud of this year for New Orleans.
No doubt about it. I mean, that team jumped out right from the word go. Well, let me rephrase that. After a season-opening disappointing loss to Tampa Bay, they ran off a heck of a streak and established themselves as the team to beat in the NFC. The only concerns going forward, will they get everyone back healthy? Remember, Sheldon Rankins, their exciting defensive tackle, got hurt in the playoffs. But the other part is, can they shake off the last 2 years of losses, get that out of their psyche? That crazy Minneapolis loss to the Vikings, and then the controversial non-call in the playoffs against the Rams this year. They can put that.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Bud Dupree not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Here we go!
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, we're waiting!
On second down, Camaro. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Hey, we're waiting!
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Breeze. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Breeze now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready? You ready?
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steel City, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right. And to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then at the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there? So they bookended their season with controversies. In the middle, did not play up to their standards. I still thought they were going to win the AFC North. Turned out Baltimore nosed them out. They've got to do some retooling in the offseason.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Four down. Focus.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Numbers-wise, another great season for Brown. Over 100 catches, nearly 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Steps away. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes, all 3 passes. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Here's Breeze to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Jonathan Bostic in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 85 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserves some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And he gets his down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Rolling to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Demario Davis in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They go play action now. Roethlisberger flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
And an alley to run. Ted Ginn's gonna go. 20, 10, 5. And he cuts it right. It is touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England? Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters, but the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the third team to win the year after losing a Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
White 80. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Bell. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Now this time, Breeze will throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Bell fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Focus.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They got to get the ball in his hands some.
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell good with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jack 16.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Let's go. Show that bench release and go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Jack 16.
On second down, Roethlisberger being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a second and 13. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. Bryant with a catch right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Saints on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready. You ready?
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now Brown. Fighting down past the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Roethlisberger will throw. Escaping. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Demario Davis in there to take him down. And the clock will roll. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go! Try at 38! Try at 38!
Takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. The extra